Hi, Professor Rentschler here. I'm going to try to explain a few of the procedures for Critical Assignment 2. You will see if you go into our course module that there is an assignment for Critical Assignment 2 and there are case studies. So your first step would be to pick either elementary, middle school, or secondary. Pick your distinction and then choose one of those case studies to work on. I'm going to go back to Module 5 Assessments. Here you will see that there's an explanation guide, a template, and the directions. The directions are what I'm going through right now. You're going to want to go ahead and open up the explanation guide, as I have given you the actual template, and then in red I have explained each of the guidelines and criteria that I'm looking for. So the most confusing part of the assignment that I'm going to try to help you with is when you get to the outcomes. After reading your case study and after you have already written number 1, which is your behavior issue, you're going to choose 2 outcomes or goals for the student. Okay? There might be 5 or more goals that you would like to work on with this student from your case study. However, you only need to pick 2. Which 2 do you want to focus on first? Once you have picked those 2 goals, everything else through the document is going to be done twice. So you have goal A and goal B. Then you're going to move to the next part. Step 3 is giving a strategy for goal A. So what strategy are you going to use with your student to help them fix this behavior? You're also going to talk about what materials you need and how it will be monitored. For example, if you're working with a student to not call out in class as much, that is your goal. Your goal could be student A will call out in class 2 or less times per day. I will look at this goal over the course of 3 weeks, and each week I hope to adapt the goal. So maybe week 2 you want the student to call out once per day, and maybe by week 3 you want the student to only be raising his hand. You will need to come up with a strategy. What are you going to do to help the student stop calling out in class? So you will not only explain what the strategy is, maybe you're going to have a special cue with that student that you use. So have the strategy, but you also need to explain how you or the student will be monitoring the behavior. What materials are needed and how will it be modeled. Again, that is for outcome A. You're also going to have an outcome B, a second goal. You're going to write a different strategy for outcome B. Okay? When we move down to question 4, this is a rationale for the strategy you chose. So why did you choose that strategy to help the student? You're going to rationalize for both outcome or goal A and outcome or goal B. 2 different strategies will be picked in 3, 2 different goals were picked in 2, and 2 different rationales in 4. When you look at it in a linear fashion, outcome A, the goal you have for A, you're going to make a strategy and plan for in question 3. You're going to make a rationale in question 4, all for A. At the same time, you're going to also have an outcome B. You're going to make a strategy that's different from outcome A for outcome B. And you're going to have a rationale for outcome B that's different than the rationale for outcome A. Then you will move down to 5. Number 5 is what other school personnel will be helping you with this behavior plan. You need to have another school personnel help you. You are not the only one that will be working with a student. So you will have a different school personnel work with you for outcome A and work with you for outcome B. This might be the principal, counselor, another teacher, a paraprofessional, a special education instructor. So anyone else who will be in the school that will be helping with the student needs to be included here. It's not an option to skip this. Then when you move down to question 6, it talks about parental involvement. You will be involving the parents in some fashion. You get to decide if you want the parents to be a part of your plan or if you just want to inform them of the progress the plan is making. Either way is fine. You just need to identify how you will be making the parent aware of the plan, and if the parent is going to be involved in helping with the plan. This will be different for A and B. You cannot use the same strategy for A or B, or as you did for B. You can't use the same type of parental involvement for A as you did for B. Each A and B are different. My best advice when working on this is to read the case study, make your goal A and your goal B, but then only focus on A all the way through. Go back and focus on B. So write your goals and then go to number 3. What strategy am I going to use for A? And only do A. Move to number 4. What's my rationale for A? Only do A. Move to number 5. What other school personnel am I going to use? Only for A. Move to 6. How am I going to involve the parents? Only for A. Then go back to your B goal and go through the same steps with outcome B. As always, if you have any questions over this assignment, please feel free to reach out and ask me. Good luck. Thanks.